So I am going to dive into these unexpected scores at this one yard sale. Now I did end up hitting several other yard sales today, which is unusual for a Sunday, but I just thought that this was enough for one haul video just from this one stop. And luckily I can give credit to my friend Susan for seeing this sign yesterday when it was pouring and letting me know that I should head over to that neck of the woods today. I'm gonna apologize in advance because there's so much wind out here today. I'm gonna go quickly and I may have to periodically hold things down and hopefully you'll be able to hear me, but we'll just go left to right. So I got this really cool shells wind chime piece, which I have a lot of local buyers who look for things like this. So it's not maybe like a huge score. In fact, I didn't even look up comps on this, but I know I can probably get 20 on that just locally. It's probably worth more if I listed it online or something like that. Not completely perfect condition, and I think I paid $2 for that. I bought this whole box. It's like a shoe box full of medallions and patches. I honestly really like looking through this stuff to see if there's a treasure. So I bought them just sort of like on a whim, but there are some kind of unusual, almost like, that one's almost like amateurish in a way, probably collectible pieces in here. So I'll have to check that out and see how I did. I think I paid $10 for the box because I was buying so many things, but there were some really interesting metals and patches in here. So I think I'll definitely get my $10 back, if not make some money on that grouping. And then I've never seen a faux crocodile rotary phone before, and I always buy rotary telephones, but since I'd never seen one like this before, I think that's awesome. I looked this one up and I believe it was something like $80 or something like that online. So that was a no-brainer, and I believe it was 75 cents. I actually thought maybe they meant $75, which would be bad, obviously, in all kinds of ways, and I wouldn't have bought it, but I couldn't believe it was only 75 cents. I got these vintage Sears Tradewear Union made overalls. These have never been worn from what I can see and from what they told me. Maybe from the 70s, I'm not 100% sure yet. I just brought this stuff home, and these are about, I think, about $80 online as well. I'll probably put comps up on the screen for you guys to help you out during this, and I'm just going from memory from what I looked up here and there. So I believe these are now or now, I'm not sure how to say that, and I just thought these were really cute. You can see I paid $1 for the 3 of them. So it's not like they're Yadro or anything, but these kinds of things sell really well at Christmas. 3 little monks making music together. The set is probably, I don't know, maybe 25 or 30 on Etsy. I didn't really look those up. I'm not that super familiar with that particular name. I've only had a few pieces by that maker. I looked up this bag and it was crazy money. I've sold some like this between 60 and 125, and that one falls right in there. Beautiful mid-century Kelly bag with needlepoint. I grabbed a couple of pieces of jewelry because they were so inexpensive. Now this one and this one I think are not really anything, although that Avon piece with the faux pearls kind of did fool me, to be honest. But I'm quite certain that this bracelet, I think it's kind of like a charm bracelet almost, is sterling. It just has the right look and the right feel. Even if they weren't, they will sell in the booth, and I think I probably paid 75 cents for the 3. I always buy starburst motif dinnerware. This is sort of like a veggie bowl maybe that you would serve out of. It might only be $10 or a little bit more. Locally I could ship it, but it's not in perfect condition, probably not worth it. So I got this little like jam jar. It does have a little damage to the lid, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to really sell that online, but it will probably sell in the booth, so that's good. I didn't actually look that one up. This piece I looked up because it is signed. I almost always pick up art glass. Sorry, we got some neighbors going by. And this one is signed. I don't know if I can show you the signature in the light out here, but it's by, I believe it's Robert Held. And I think that's about a $75 or $80 piece of glass, which was probably like a quarter at the sale. The prices were really, really good on everything at the sale. I think I honestly paid about $80 for everything on the table, but I haven't shown you the best pieces yet, so hang in there. So I have these sort of like Greek, like drama masks almost. These are really cool for mid-century decor. I like how they have like the, what do they call that green? Verdigris. The kind of faux verdigris. Look, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I always want to pronounce it verdigris because of my French training in high school. But anyway, these are a larger size than I've had before. Really cool to decorate a mid-century space. And prices are good on these as well. I think I found this one alone was 60 or 75, somewhere in that zone. I have not yet been able to look up these little bags. I just don't have the right keywords yet. But look how fine that weaving is. Beautiful little drawstring at the top. And this one's sweet too. It's like a box bag almost. It reminds me of like a mini train case. So I've got to try to figure out what those are worth. But my guess would be somewhere between 40 and 50 online. This owl is probably eau de Jure. They have a lot of these earth tone ceramics, kind of classic mid-century look, not super fine ceramics, but very sellable. So he's probably like a $15 piece locally, maybe a $25 piece if I ship him. This is a piece of German pottery. They had a lot of pieces from other countries, and this particular piece I looked up, it's probably $25 or $30. Not a huge value, but it was 50 cents. So I can't leave it. I can't do it. So I might put it in the booth. I loved this jar. I took the lid off because of the wind, but I think I can take a chance for a second. Look at this jar, which I believe was for fruit and rum, and maybe they would sort of candy the fruit, and then there are like these little cups, or maybe it was more like an actual cocktail. Let me know in the comments if you know. The people at the sale were nice enough to use Google Translate on this, and it means something like lidded jar, which doesn't really help. Now, I'm not sure that's actually accurate, because when I looked this up, it said something about it being like the type of jar that you would put your fruit and rum in. And I've had one of these before, but not this particular one. So I thought that was really a nice piece and worth $10 for the set with the cups. Oh no, I guess the cups, sorry. The cups were 50 cents each. So it might have been $12 because there are 2 more cups in here. But I think just the jar is about $100 online, maybe a little more. I got these little pieces. I wasn't sure, like, were they chinoiserie, Asian, or were they Delft? I think I paid like $1/4 a piece, and I just bought them all. And I think they'll sell in the booth if they're not super duper valuable. But some of them are really cool, and they're like a shaker too. Like, look at this little bird. He has a little hole. Like, how much more would I like putting salt on if I had this guy to do it for me? But anyway, they're not all shakers, so some I'll figure out what to do with those, but certainly worth grabbing them all. And then these guys are kind of like the bells of the ball here. So when I first saw these, I kind of was like, are those like some kind of cool Pier 1 item? Like these sort of seated figures? And then I used Google Lens because the pair of them were $15 and I didn't want to spend that much if they weren't worth it. And you can see in the comps that the lowest price I could find on one of them was $250, and the highest price on one of the sites that tends to be more expensive was $2,500 for a pair. So well worth running out for a Sunday to redeem yesterday's rainy day and make some money. I'll let you guys know if I find anything amazing in this box. Thanks so much for tuning in. I love having you guys here. I love reading and responding to your comments. I appreciate your feedback, your support, and your subscriptions. And I will see you guys next time. Just remember, if it's a rainy weekend, if it's a Sunday, you still should never stop searching. Bye, guys.